Hey guys, what's going on? It's In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes. Training some delts, baby. At one of our preferred fitness facilities, it is of course the infamous Anytime Fitness Black Forest. Training some delts with my brother and I, Team MassiveJoes and BSN sponsored athlete, former NABBA Mr. World, NABBA Pro Bodybuilder Jake Nicolopoulos. In the house!
Yeah. I'm here. I've made my way. I've flown across to Adelaide. I'm here with the boys from MassiveJoes. Gonna take Joe to school.
Actually, popping up in the voiceover as well, Jake.
Here we go. I'm here.
Hey, should I? I've never been so privileged.
Taking the two MassiveJoes trainees to school today.
And joining us in this workout, of course, the Pushy Cat. Team MassiveJoes sponsored athlete, IFBB bikini competitor, Asher Coulthard in the house.
Yeah.
So what we doing this workout, Jake? We're doing a Jake Nicolopoulos special, mate.
Yeah, man. We did. I spoke to Joe earlier before we started this workout. I'm doing a little bit of a deloading sort of training at the moment, taking some stress off my joints and tendons, and I said we're going to do some Y3T week 3 type training. So the night before, Joe didn't join us, but me and the other boys from MassiveJoes hit a really high rep arm workout. So in the same fashion, the next day we thought we'd train some delts, high reps and giant sets. So yeah, we had a real intense workout today.
And it was actually, we'll go through the workout in a second and then address the specific exercises for the viewers at home, man. But it was actually a good way to train because this was late Sunday night. You guys saw the clock at the start. We started training about 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And
we'd spent the whole day at the Adelaide Fitness Expo. So it was after 2 days at an expo and training late on a Sunday night. So no, we didn't really want to, go balls to the wall heavy.
No,
so it was a good way. And that was sort of
what we spoke about as well. Like on particular days where we're on the expo all day, obviously we're not getting as much fluids in as we normally would. We're
not eating properly.
Yeah, we're probably not getting the meals in like we normally would. So, but we still want to train, have a productive workout, and have an intense workout. So. To be able to do that, obviously we're not going to be shoulder pressing 60 kilo dumbbells and having our normal heavy sort of workout, but we're achieving exactly the same intensity and results by doing this high rep workout, man. So
take them through the workout, Jake. What do we do? What exercise? How many reps, man? How do we break it down?
So we added another exercise on the end. We added some shrugs on the end. Me and Joe we're both trying to improve our traps. So we added that extra exercise in the end. We did some barbell shrugs that you guys will see. But we started with, you can call it a clean and press, I'd say. So every rep didn't start from the ground, just waist height. Flick it up to shoulder height, and then press it up, back down to the bottom again. So we did like 25 reps of that, and even just with the barbell.
Yeah,
the first warm up set, 25 reps. You can feel that this is gonna hurt.
Shit was.
Yeah, you're like,
to be completely honest.
So then no rest. We're doing a giant set, guys. So no rest at all. We went straight from there to a seated dumbbell lateral raise.
Yeah.
Again, 25 reps. And we're incorporating rest pause as well. So majority of the time we would probably get maybe 15.
Yeah.
And then we would probably rest, do another 5, rest, and then try to get that last 5 to get 25 reps. From there we went straight over to
the bus drivers.
What did we do? We did the old bus drivers next.
Check it out, with a 10 kilo plate, mate.
10 kilo plate was plenty for bus drivers. So, yeah, Joe had a bit of a go at me because if everybody watches the videos, Joe hates doing front delt workouts.
I hate training front delts. I said to Jake, man, I'll train shoulders with you, man. I don't want to do no front delts. First 3 exercises, front delt exercises.
So
I was ready to walk out.
So it wasn't. I don't intend to have like a front delt dominant workout, but if you really break down this workout, we started with a clean and press, and then we did bus drivers as well. So the front delts are definitely getting hit.
All kinds of front delts.
All kinds of front delts. And then after the bus drivers, like they were hell. Those bus drivers were tough.
Yeah.
After we drove the bus, we went over to what do we do? Rear delts.
Bent over rear delt lateral raise.
We did a bent over rear delt lateral raise, and I think Joe, I heard Joe a couple of times pick me up on my form.
Yeah.
Because I throw him back sort of Ronnie Coleman style.
Yeah, you do like downhill skiing. It's more like downhill skiing than lateral raising.
Exactly, but I explained to Joe there's a method for my madness. I like to, my back's lacking. Neil Hill's told me that I'm lagging upper back rhomboids as well. So that's the reason why I hit my traps on that kind of angle, man. So.
And then after the rear delt, bent over rear delt downhill skiing or lateral raising, take the pick, we went into the rope face pulls.
Face pulls, yeah.
Face pulls with the rope and the cable, man, constant tension. Hit those rear delts and them traps, man, and then finish off, as Jake mentioned earlier, finish off with them barbell shrugs for 25 reps to directly hit them traps, man.
Exactly right, yep. Yeah.
So that was how we broke down the workout. In terms of the actual exercise, so we're going to talk a little bit more about the actual exercises we incorporate here, man, what the purpose is. So starting off with this clean and press, Jake, obviously the first movement of the clean and press is going to hit a little bit rear delt.
Yep.
It's going to hit a little bit medial delt during that kind of cleaning movement. And then obviously that pressing movement when you're pressing the barbell straight up is about hitting that front delt, man.
Of course, man. Yeah, exactly right. It's just that pulling it up and then squeezing up with the delts. So, exactly like you said, you're hitting the traps, hitting the rhomboids, hitting the upper back, and then you're hitting the delts on the press. So,
and particularly doing this kind of high rep work, and we spoke about this after the workout. A lot of people think that when you're doing high rep work, you're only going to hit slow twitch muscle fibers. That is, it's partially correct, but it's partially incorrect. With the high rep work, obviously, if you're not going to failure, you're just going to stimulate slow twitch muscle fibers.
Yep.
But if you're doing high reps and you go on a failure and you see here, man, I fail a couple of times, get those rest pauses in and then go to complete failure right at the end of this clean and press.
You're recruiting everything, yeah.
You're stimulating slow twitch, you're stimulating intermediate twitch, and you're stimulating fast twitch muscle fibers.
100%.
So when you take high reps to failure, it really is, it's stimulating every muscle fiber you've got, man.
Exactly right. And that's why, that's sort of when you know you have to rest pause. So obviously the slow twitch fibers, by the time we get to 15 reps, we're probably still hitting slow twitch. So, and we could have just stopped then and we would have just depleted slow twitch. But that's why we do those rest pauses all the way up. We might do another 5, another 5, another 5. And by that point, you're so fatigued that you're recruiting the fast twitch fibers as well.
Yeah.
So
that's it. And I'm going to pop a link in the description box to an article on the MassiveJoes website that we wrote on that topic in particular. So you guys go check that out.
Yeah.
Then after the clean and press, we moved on to the seated lateral raises, seated dumbbell lateral raises, man. Obviously, this is primarily a medial delt exercise, trying to cap them shoulders out, man.
Yeah, you can never have enough cap, man.
And the most important thing here, if you have a look at Jake's movement, at Jake's range of motion, man, is, as we've always mentioned in the past, is the pinkies go towards the ceiling. Imagine that you're pouring a jug of water out, man. So
exactly.
You're trying to pour that jug of water on the floor.
There is so many different ways you can do this exercise, and they are all effective. But on this particular workout, we chose to just do the pinky up and really isolate it because we're doing those high reps. So.
Yeah, especially after the clean and press, man. There's not a lot left in much of the delt at all. So to kind of isolate those medials is spectacular.
And look at Asha. She laughed the whole workout.
I think that's Asha's response to pain.
Man, she just made my workout look so easy. The whole workout, she just laughed.
And this was man, this exercise, these bus drivers.
This is what I picked it up and gave it back to you. Here you go, Joe, do a few more reps.
What is the point of this exercise?
So these bus drivers, really, it's just getting a lot of blood in the shoulder. It primarily is a front delt movement. You're squeezing the weight around as far as you can to the left, as far as you can to the right, and you're flexing those delts the whole time. So yeah, it is primarily a front delt, but the medial delt's getting hit as well, man.
Yeah, with the twist.
Yeah.
And then with the rear delts, as you mentioned earlier, man, you do more of like a downhill skiing, almost like a rowing movement for your rear delts, whereas most people, tend to do more of a flying.
Yeah, exactly, man. My movement probably looks pretty for the majority of people to watch that, but my rear delts, without trying to sound, I'm not just cocky in saying it, but my rear delts are pretty good.
They're strong.
They're a strong point. So yeah, I could keep my elbows at parallel and do just a straight out fly to really hit my rear delts, but my upper back and my traps and my rhomboids are a weak point. So that's why I choose to do that sort of Ronnie Coleman style, throwing it back, AKA skiing like Joe says.
And then with these face pulls, this is obviously a rear delt movement as well, but more of a compound rear delt movement. Obviously, when you're with this particular movement, you're going to hit rear delts. You're going to hit a lot of traps as well, and then obviously you're going to hit back too. It's almost like a like a high rowing movement also.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm a big fan of these face pulls, man. I usually don't do them first as part of a rear delt movement. I'll do them towards the end because of the fact that they're compound, so you can cheat a little bit.
Yeah, man.
But it is a really good way to hit the
I'd prefer
delts,
I'd prefer to do them than to do an upright row. I'm not a big fan of upright rowing, man.
And then finally with shrugs, man. Oh, you motherfuckers always give me shit on Instagram and YouTube about having no traps. I don't give a f. That's why they call me the white giraffe.
Look at those traps.
But
They're
look
there.
at them.
They're there.
They're traps making gains.
They're there, man. Your traps were pumped.
I have traps to my ears in no time.
Johnny Jackson. Is that Johnny Jackson? Yeah, man. No, your traps are definitely improved.
But there we go. So we finished off with just the barbell shrugs, man. Trying to get them traps in there. Trying to go for them 25 reps, man. Finish off.
Barely could fist pump.
Yeah, isn't it? But that's it, guys. That's the giant set workout. Something different, something a little bit left of the middle of what you usually see in the gym with Team MassiveJoes, but that's what it's about. Jake, thanks for your time, man.
Not a problem,
Always
man.
nice to have you at MJHQ voicing this shit over.
Of course, guys.
Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with
She's
all
still laughing.
the latest editions of In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes and all the other deliciousness in our YouTube channel. Where are we coming to and from, Jake?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.